Welcome guys to part 2 of Cartoon Network downfall, and this time I've put Nickelodeon slash downfall into the video because I'll also talk about Nickelodeon's downfall in the past decade. So first off, I'm gonna get off into Nickelodeon and I'm gonna kind of get back into Cartoon Network situation. Basically, what happened to Nickelodeon was they started to do the Disney stuff, and when that started to happen, it started to happen around 2002 and 3. But Nickelodeon, when those shows, Ned the Classified School Survivor Guide and Drake and Josh came out, they was actually a success. Now, as a little boy at the time, I wasn't really into that stuff yet. It was teenager stuff. I was still 7, 8. 9 years old. I didn't get into that stuff till I was about 10 or 11. When the shows was pretty much in their last, years and seasons on Nickelodeon. But with those shows being a success, I think Nickelodeon, wanted to expand their live action shows. So that's when iCarly came out. As Drake and Josh got canceled, ended, should I say. That's when iCarly came out. iCarly, I tried it, but it's a girl show, and I never did understand the jokes. The jokes to me were corny. You could just tell that the jokes were corny and lame, and just retarded because they had the same studio audience, and that audience that they used in every episode was the same audience that was recorded. I don't know what studio they was recorded from, don't ask me, but in every episode of iCarly they used the same studio recorded audience. So you knew the show was lame if they had to use their audio in every episode. So I never did get off into iCarly. And then later came Victoria, what's that show? Victoria Justice, I don't really know. I never got off into that show. And then Big Time Rush, the so-called boy band group that I guess never never came out. Somebody should have told them that the 90s are over. We don't do boy band groups no more. And mindless behaviors is an exception, but do you see? I don't even see these guys on MTV. It's just sad. They're not known on MTV, or they're not even really known, in the world. And it's been like 3-4 years since they've been out, so that's sad. Nickelodeon has not even tried to expand them, so that's sad. But anyway, like I said, for the past 6 years, I think Nickelodeon has really been focusing on their live action stuff. And don't get me wrong, they have rebooted Furry Eye Parents, because Furry Eye Parents, I think, got canceled at some point, and then they decided to reboot that series. Like just recently, they just did an episode where Timmy Turner and Wanda and Cosmo go search for a dog in furry world, and that was just a recent episode. So I think they rebooted the Furry Eye Parents series. SpongeBob is not really funny anymore. I think he's more corny now. I don't know whether it's because I'm getting older. Probably not, because I still laugh at the old cartoons, the old SpongeBobs. I think it's just the fact that we got new writers. The new writers, they just fucked up SpongeBob in my whole opinion. And the reason why was because after the SpongeBob movie, the series was supposed to end. Like the writers and the creator of SpongeBob just left. They said, after we do the movie, the show is going off the air. Nickelodeon said no, And so what they did, they got new writers, and now they run SpongeBob. So after that, the series just started to go downhill from there. SpongeBob, I think, is he put it like this: he has the IQ of Patrick now. SpongeBob, mean, in the original ones had a little bit more brains than Patrick. You know, I'm not gonna say he was smart in the old cartoons, but he had pretty much brains in the old ones. Now he's just retarded. He's just dumb as Patrick. And if they couldn't make Patrick more dumber, you know, they made Patrick just retarded, like a Down syndrome little boy. I don't even know how to describe Patrick in the situation, but they just fucked up Patrick even more. The new writers, they kicked Jimmy Neutron off the air in 2009. So they were still earning in 2009, but you had to wake up like real early in the morning, about like 5 or 6 o'clock, to just watch it. And then they eventually kicked Jimmy Neutron off the earth, so no more Jimmy Neutron. Forgot when Hey Arnold got kicked off the air. I think it was around 2004 or 5. They used to be a good show. You know, they just kicked Hey Arnold to the side. And the thing about Nickelodeon is, it's like they decide what shows they want to air again. Like right now, the only good live action show that they're airing right now is Drake and Josh. I wouldn't mind them putting Ned Declassified back on there. You know, that wouldn't be too bad for them to put Ned Declassified back on there. I mean, they managed to get Drake and Josh, you know, reruns that run from 7:30. I mean, they come on at 7:30 on weekdays. I mean, why can't you get a Ned Declassified School Survivor Guide on, you know, at 7 o'clock, and then a Drake and Josh at 7:30, you know, before Nick at Night comes on. And I'm also starting to notice that the Nick at Night is starting to do the Adult Swim stuff. They're starting to kind of take over. And what I mean by that is because just what I was talking about in part 1, Adult Swim has knocked the Cartoon Network down to 8 o'clock. Like I said, the Adult Swim has limited the Cartoon Network's hours to run cartoons, and then Adult Swim, you know, will come on. I think Nick at Night has done that too, because I think Nick at Night, you know, back in the day wouldn't come on until 10 o'clock, something like that. I think it wouldn't come on until 10 o'clock. So Nick at Night has, you know, knocked back Nickelodeon's hours a little bit. So I don't know what's the deal with Nick at Night, but and the thing with Nick at Night, you know, they show this fucking reruns of the Nanny. I mean, they don't even show Fresh Prince no more, which is fucking sad, but you know, what can we do? But anyway, the main point about Nickelodeon is I think they won't go back into their old roots. I think they're just gonna continue making live action shows until the damn network is horrible. I mean, it's gonna get real horrible. Trust me, real horrible coming soon. So part 3 should be coming out soon. I'm gonna get more into depth with Nickelodeon. I hope you enjoyed part 2. Thank you.